Both the United Kingdom and the United States are ramping up their support for Ukraine with missiles and artillery, significantly enhancing Ukraine's air defense capabilities. Thanks to the latest support from the UK, the country is supplying long-range missile systems to Ukraine as part of its efforts to reinforce defenses against Russian bombers and drones. The ongoing conflict between Russia and Ukraine, which has been raging since dawn on February 24, has seen negotiations yield no tangible solutions, with the battle continuing at full force. Russia has suffered considerable losses, with hundreds of armored vehicles and air defense systems destroyed, primarily due to logistical problems on their side. In response, Western nations have increased the amount of military aid they provide to Ukraine. Recent victories achieved by Ukraine on the battlefield, bolstered by military assistance from its Western allies, have prompted a vigorous response from Russia. Russia has intensified its attacks, launching ballistic and cruise missiles from beyond its borders. Consequently, a large number of Ukrainian military installations found themselves in the line of fire as Russia focused on Ukrainian military facilities and industrial sites since the beginning of the conflict. Ukrainian forces continue to maintain their strength, showing unwavering determination and delivering heavy blows to Russian troops attempting to retreat. The United States and the United Kingdom are providing significant military assistance to Ukraine as part of this ongoing battle. The UK's resolve remains steadfast and unyielding as it continues to support Ukraine's efforts on the battlefield. In what would be Russia's first attack since April, the Russian Federation has set its sights on Kyiv, Ukraine's capital. Following this new development, the UK has taken action again. Last week, Russia conducted the largest airstrike it has ever carried out against Ukraine since the conflict began in 2022. To combat the persistent threats posed by missiles and drones, Ukraine is increasing its demand for additional aid for its air defense system. The official announcement of the new missile delivery came during a vital meeting of the Ukraine Defense Contact Group, held at a U.S. airbase in Germany, attended by around 50 allied nations. According to Ben Wallace, the UK's Secretary of Defense, the UK will supply precision-guided missiles and M270 multiple launch missile systems, with a range exceeding that of the short-range rockets currently in Ukraine's inventory. To reinforce Ukraine's defenses against Russian aggression, the UK is sending 650 missiles to the country, confirmed by the Ministry of Defence, as part of a total aid package valued at £162 million. The renewed commitment of the UK government to Ukraine includes this support as a fundamental component. Wallace stated, "Our support for Ukraine must adapt accordingly as our adversaries' tactics evolve," emphasizing the UK's unwavering commitment to Ukraine's fight. He underscored that the acquisition of multiple launch rocket systems would provide Ukraine with the capability to bolster its defenses against Russian forces. The devastating results of relentless Russian attacks on Poltava and Kyiv have already come to light, and it is expected that the latest missiles manufactured in the UK will strengthen Ukraine's defenses, thereby protecting its population, infrastructure, and territory from Putin's unrelenting assaults. Secretary of Defense John Wallace is expected to present the Air Defense Aid Package during the Ukraine Defense Contact Group meeting at Ramstein Air Base. These meetings are generally known as Ramstein format meetings, so stay tuned for any new information related to this vital aid project, which will highlight the UK's unwavering commitment to Ukraine and urge its allies to continue providing the necessary materials to support the task at hand. Preparations are underway for the arrival of the first batch of M270 systems, which are scheduled to be constructed by the end of this year. The UK's Tactical Air Defence is responsible for developing the lightweight multi-role missile Martlet, which is essential for the UK's future air defence guided weapons program. This program aims to enhance the UK's offensive capabilities against small, agile targets, potentially transforming the course of modern warfare. During his speech, Secretary of Defense John Wallace stressed that the main objective of this commitment is to strengthen Ukraine's air defenses, reflecting the new government's clear interest in expanding its capabilities. He highlighted the determination of the new government to increase support for Ukraine. The Thales facility in Northern Ireland is responsible for producing the missiles, which are extremely versatile and can be deployed from various platforms across different environments, including land, sea, and air. These laser-guided missiles will perform exceptionally well on the battlefield, as they can reach speeds of Mach 1.5 and have an impressive range exceeding 6 kilometers. The remarkable operational range of the Martlet missile system is 8 kilometers and weighs a staggering 13 kilograms. This small yet powerful weapon is designed to deliver precise strikes in various combat situations. This multi-role missile, measuring 1.3 meters in length and 76 millimeters in diameter, weighs 13 kilograms and is designed for maximum versatility. It can be launched from different platforms, including helicopters, boats, ground vehicles, and portable air defense weaponry. The Martlet has been tested against various targets, including small vessels and lightly armored vehicles, and has proven effective when deployed from various platforms, such as helicopters, warships, and drones. Today's delivery marks a strategic step in the UK's goal of enhancing defense production throughout the country and in Europe to improve our supply chain for the future. This order, valued at millions of pounds, represents an essential step since the onset of the crisis in Ukraine. Since the start of Russia's invasion in February 2022, the UK Ministry of Defence has pledged a total of £12.7 billion, of which £7.6 billion has been specifically allocated for military aid. A significant step has been taken by the United States, which remains Ukraine's main military ally, announcing an increase in military support totaling $250 million, £89.9 million. This commitment highlights the ongoing relationship and strategic alignment between both parties, closely following the signing of a new defense export support agreement during Ukrainian President Volodymyr Zelensky's visit to Downing Street in July. In the past, the United States made it clear that they would deploy systems comparable to current ones, while Russian President Vladimir Putin warned that new targets in Ukraine are now on the radar for potential attacks. According to Russia, the supply of weapons to Ukraine hinders efforts to find a solution to the current crisis and directly implicates NATO countries in the conflict. This argument was made by Sergei Lavrov, the Russian foreign minister, who stated that any shipment of arms destined for Ukraine is a legitimate target for the Russian armed forces. Lavrov asserted that the United States and NATO are actively participating in the fight by not only supplying arms to Ukraine, but also providing training to Ukrainian military personnel in the UK, Germany, Italy, and other countries. According to the Kremlin, the influx of Western weaponry into Ukraine undermines discussions and has adverse effects.